हेलो दोस्तों, कैसे हो आप? फर्स्टली वेलकम इन योर फेवरेट चैनल Sri Classes by Budway. Students, today we are going to discuss the further part of the topic number 3 from science part first of SSC. The name of the topic is chemical reactions and the equation, in which we already completed the types of reaction, that is combination reaction, then displacement reaction, dissociation, double displacement, endothermic, exothermic. Now today we are going to discuss the further part of the this topic, that nature of the reactant. Students, first one is that the nature of the reactants means what? On which criteria or in which factor the reactivity of the reaction depends. In which we know that the reactants, so nature of that reactant plays vital role into the reactivity. So let's see how it plays an important role. Firstly, let us see the reaction, that means the aluminum and the zinc with dilute hydrochloric acid, means the reaction which with hydrochloric acid of aluminum and of zinc. That time, on reaction of both aluminum and the zinc with dilute hydrochloric acid H2 gas is liberated and water soluble salt of the metals are formed. What happened here? H2 gas is formed and that is liberated. However, the reaction of the aluminum metal takes place faster as compared to the zinc metal. Why? Because zinc metal and aluminum metal, there are the two types of the metal. Aluminum metal that takes place faster than that of the zinc metal, means the reactivity of aluminum is greater than that of the zinc metal. So that's why reactivity plays, that means reactivity of aluminum plays an important role. Okay, then next one is the nature of the metal is responsible for the difference, that is aluminum is more reactive than zinc, therefore the rate of the reaction of aluminum with hydrochloric acid is higher than that of the zinc. So here we can say that nature of that reactant plays an important role in the reaction, that means into the reactivity. So I hope you understood this one. Next one is that, just 1 minute. Okay, next one is that two test tubes, balance measuring cylinder is there, then they are saying the piece of Shahbad tiles and powder of the tile, then dilute HCl. Here they are saying that the reactivity also depends on the size of the particle. Okay, that one, this is another factor, that is size of the particle. Students, if you added Shahabadi tile into the HCl, okay, that means the powder of the Shahabadi tile into the one test tube, and in another test tube HCl and the, that is the piece of the Shahabada tiles. Okay, that time what will happen? Which will be the greater reactivity? Yes, definitely. Which one? That the powder is greatly reactive, okay, than that of the Shahabada tiles piece. Why? Because it is into the powder form. That means size of the particle also plays an important role. So here you must have found in the above activity that CO2 effervescence is formed slowly with the piece of Shahabada tile while faster with the powder. Okay, so Shahabada tile जो रहती है, शाहबादी टाइल और शाहबादी पाउडर, इसमें से रिएक्टिविटी किसकी ज़्यादा है? पाउडर की ज़्यादा है. वाई? बिकॉज रिएक्टिविटी डिपेंड्स ऑन व्हाट? Reactivity depends on the size of the particle also. So this one is about the reactivity. Now the above observation indicates that the rate of the reaction depends upon the size of the particle of the that the reactant taking part into the reaction. Smaller the size of the reactant particle, that higher is the rate of the reaction. Means what? It is inversely proportional. अगर आपका reactant small है size में, okay, so रेट ऑफ रिएक्शन ग्रेट होगा, और आपका पार्टिकल अगर बिग है तो रेट ऑफ रिएक्शन कम होगा. सो दिस वन इज अबाउट. नाउ नेक्स्ट वन इज दैट concentration of the reactant. Means what? For example, if let us consider the reaction of the dilute and the concentrated hydrochloric acid with the CaCO3. So here whenever you took the reaction of that one, that time, just 1 minute, that HCl, which one, this HCl reacts slowly with the CaCO3, and CaCO3 disappears slowly, and CO2 also liberates slowly. So on the other hand, the reaction with the concentrate HCl takes place rapidly, that is CaCO3. Okay, that is the dispersed fast concentrated acid react faster than that of the dilute acid. Means the rate of reaction depends upon the concentration. Means what? Concentration is greater, that time the rate of reaction is too much faster. If concentration is smaller, then rate of reaction is smaller. Okay, so here concentration also plays important role. Next one is the temperature of the reaction. Listen student, if they are saying that while studying the decomposition reaction, you have carried out the decomposition of the limestone in the activity. Okay, जो लाइमस्टोन होता है उसका क्या होता है, डिकम्पोजिशन होता है. सो लाइम वाटर डज नॉट टर्न मिल्की बिफोर हीटिंग इन द लाइमस्टोन. जो लाइम वाटर होता है वो क्या होता है, वो मिल्की नहीं होता, बिकॉज द जीरो रेट ऑफ रिएक्शन. वहाँ कितना रेट है, जीरो रेट ऑफ रिएक्शन है. फ्रॉम दिस वी लर्न दैट द रेट ऑफ रिएक्शन इंक्रीजेज ऑन इंक्रीजिंग द टेम्परेचर. अगर टेम्परेचर बढ़ गया तो रेट ऑफ रिएक्शन क्या होता है, ग्रोथ होती है. दैट मीन इट टेम्परेचर इंक्रीजेस, रेट ऑफ रिएक्शन ऑल्सो increases. Okay, so this one is about the rate of reaction. And last one is the catalyst. Okay, catalyst means what? Catalyst also plays an important role, okay, to speed up the reaction. So the reactivity depends upon, or the speed of the reaction also depends upon the catalyst. What is meant by the catalyst? The substance. What is meant by the catalyst? The substance. Just 1 minute, I will show you. Okay, catalyst means what? The substance in whose presence the rate of chemical reaction changes without causing any chemical change to it, that is called as the catalyst. Means what? For example, in this reaction we are going to use the nickel catalyst. So that time nickel speed up the reaction. Okay, and there is no chemical change, it is just involving into the reaction and it is increasing the rate of reaction. So that is called as the catalyst. In exam they will ask the question that what is meant by the catalyst. Write a note on catalyst. That time you have to write the definition, the substance which in which whose presence the rate of chemical reaction changes without causing any chemical change, that is called as the catalyst. Okay, and you have to write the reaction also. Okay, so here I hope you understood that 4 to 5 points on which the reactivity depends. Next one is the oxidation and the reduction. Here Mg when reacts with the O2 it gives the twice MgO. So what is meant by the oxidation? Oxidation is nothing but the chemical reaction in which reactant, okay, combines with the oxygen or loses the hydrogen to form the product is called as the oxidation reaction. रिएक्टेंट कंबाइन होता है कहाँ से, कब, किससे, विथ ऑक्सीजन. आप देख सकते हो लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में क्या है, ऑक्सीजन. ऑक्सीजन. सो वेन एवर ऑक्सीजन इज गोइंग टू कंबाइन विद द रिएक्टेंट, दैट टाइम देयर इज द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ द प्रोडक्ट. Okay, that is called as the oxidation reaction. And the substance which do the oxidation, that is called as the oxidizing agent. For example, you may see that here the acidic potassium dichromate makes an oxygen available for the oxidation of the reactant ethyl alcohol. Okay, such a chemical substance which bring out the oxidation reaction by making oxygen available are called as the oxidant. Means what? Here K2Cr2O7 potassium dichromate and H2SO4. Okay, they give that is the CS3COOH. That means in this presence that ethyl alcohol is converted into the acetic acid. So these substances are known as the oxidizing agent. That means which happens the oxidation, जे ऑक्सिडेशन घडवून आणतात त्याला काय म्हणतात, ऑक्सिडायझिंग एजंट. सो इन दिस रिएक्शन K2Cr2O7 and H2SO4, these are the oxidizing agents. Now next one is the after oxidation reduction. In reduction vice versa of the oxidation. Here in oxidation reaction with the oxygen, in reduction reaction with the hydrogen, that will be the, and the reaction in which hydrogen is at the left hand side and which occur the reduction, that is called the reducing agent. After that one, they are saying that what is meant by the redox reaction. Listen student, in redox reaction, reduction and the oxidation occurs simultaneously. Firstly reduction occurs and then oxidation occurs, so that is called as the combined redox reaction. So reduction of the copper oxide takes place whereas hydrogen molecule takes up, that is the oxygen atom, and H2 is formed, meaning the oxidation of the hydrogen takes place. The oxidation and reduction thus takes place simultaneously. The reactant is oxidizing by the oxidant and the oxidant is reducing the reactant. Due to these characteristics of the reduction oxidation reaction, a single term, that is called as the redox reaction, is used in place of the two term. That means the reaction reduction and oxidation takes place simultaneously. That's why it is called as the redox reaction. Now next one is that corrosion. Student, all of you know that the corrosion of the iron, whenever you just keep a iron nail into the presence of the air or the in water, that time it get affected by the oxygen, and that time there is a formation of the rust, that is called as the rusting of the iron. Means what? Look that here, if you observe what what did you find, which test tube had the mix before, they are saying that here, but before it they are saying that the rusting is the process that takes place rapidly. Okay, it takes place rapidly and the new vehicle look like the shiny and the old vehicle that looks like the corrosion. Okay, that mean we can say that it is a reddish colored, उसका कौन सा कलर होता है, रेडिश कलर होता है. Okay, so that reddish color part is called as the rust, and that rust is nothing but the rusting of iron. Okay, what is the formula of the rust? Fe2O3H2, that is the formula of rust. Now the rust on iron does not form a single reaction of the oxygen with the surface. The rust is formed by the electrochemical reaction. So here they are giving the reaction oxidized and the reduced FeS, it gives the Fe2 plus and the twice electron, and O2, that is the O2 and the 4H on the cathode. So in exam they will ask what is meant by the rust, what is meant by the rusting of iron. In Marathi it's called as the लोखंडाचे गंजणे. Okay, so whenever any iron object just keep in presence of the air and whenever there is a moisture, that time it turns into the reddish color, so that is called as the rusting of the iron. Okay, and the formula of the rust is Fe2O3 XH2O, and at anode and cathode reaction they give. So I hope you understood this one. Now last point is, that is the rancidity. Students, when we use the old leftover cooking oil for making the food stuff, that time we found that there is a foul odor. हमें क्या होता है, वहाँ एक गंदी बदबू आती है. ओके, अगर आपने पुराना तेल यूज़ किया है तो वहाँ क्या होता है, गंदी बदबू आती है. सो दैट इज द रैंसिडिटी. इफ़ फूड इज कुक्ड इन सच ऑयल, इट्स टेस्ट ऑल्सो चेंजेस व्हेन ऑयल और द घी इज लेफ्ट aside for a long time, or fried food is left aside for a long time, it undergoes the oxidation and it becomes the rancid. So rancidity in the food stuff cooked in oil and ghee is prevented by using the antioxidant. What they are saying, that whenever such a food is rancid, okay, why it become a rancid? Why? Because when oil or the ghee is left aside for a long time, that time it undergoes the oxidation. वो जो घी और ऑयल होता है वो ऑक्सीडेशन के अंदर जाता है, उसमें यानी उसका ऑक्सीडेशन होता है. सो इट बिकम अ रैंसिड, एंड रैंसिडिटी इन द फूड स्टफ cooked into the oil or the ghee is prevented by using antioxidant. The process of the oxidant reaction of the foodstuff can also be slowed down by storing it in air container. What they are saying, in order to avoid the rancidity, you have to store the food material into the एयर टाइट कंपार्टमेंट. ओके, जिसमें हवा अंदर आती नहीं और बाहर जाती नहीं, ऐसे कंपार्टमेंट में वो क्या करते हैं, कंटेन करते हैं. सो दैट इज द रैंसिडिटी एंड हाउ टू ओवरकम द रैंसिडिटी. सो स्टूडेंट, वी डिस्कस टुडे which factors are responsible for the speed of reactions, then we discuss catalyst, then we discuss the oxidation, then reduction, oxidizing agent, reducing agent, then redox reaction, then oxidation reaction. Okay, Redox reaction means combination of the reduction and oxidation. Then we discuss about the rusting of iron, what is the formula of rust, then what is the reaction at cathode and anode, and finally the rancidity. So student, I hope you understood all this theoretical part. So please subscribe my channel and share it and like it. Okay, so take care. Bye bye.